All right, hello, welcome back. It's me, the fine dad of AOM, Chrono JJ. It's another tournament set. We will get right into it, just in interest of time, and then kind of introduce the players and everything from there. We are watching GarMadjuda versus BenniWr, and I need to change some of my accessibilities. We are in here. There we go. And we are watching, yes, another quarterfinals match here. This is now all the way up in the God tier. This is the top tier of the division of all of the Athenian League. GarMadjuda, who finished second in his group with a 7-5 record. And then Benny finished third in his group with a 6-6 record. When I did a look at the current ratings, Benny's higher. He's about an 1840 rated player right now. GarMadjuda lower, about a 1720. But both of them have kind of fluctuating ratings up and down, so I think it will be some pretty close games here. Game 1 is on the unknown, and we have an Odin mirror here. My thing at the top has not updated, so let us just reload that because the colors are going to bother me. We can just fast forward and get back to where we were. There we go. Won't take long at all. So yeah, Odin versus Odin here on the unknown, which is kind of a very fallish looking kind of a map. And we are back to where we were just a few seconds ago. Both are aged up via Freya because that's what Odin players do. And BenniWr is going for a Great Hall. GarMadjuda is going forward with units. GarMadjuda likes to do this. Go forward with his units, and looks like Benny's kind of ready for it. We even have really nice early relic is the Golden Lions relic. And, oh, why didn't you get on the Valkyrie right there? It was right there for the taking. So yeah, GarMadjuda likes the early pressure. I've noticed that he's done that a lot in his matchups. And we have that there where he's going forward, you know, delaying his own military production in order. Ooh, nice house block here. Nicely done by Benny. He has reacted well to this pressure. You can kind of see that he was clearly ready for it. This should have been done right away by GarMadjuda. He should have cast this right away. We have a forest fire by Benny there. That's a bit of an awkward. Ooh, he just ran through the fire. Oh, wow. He just roasted all of his Hersier, did BenniWr, and that undoes all of the good things that he did up to that point. Holy cow. Will he kill the second Valk, though? That's huge, getting 2 Valkyries killed. She's trying to get out so fast, and I don't think she's going to. That's huge to be losing both of those Valks. Because the raiding cavalry will slowly catch up, right? 6 speed to 5.16. So that's even. Trying to say there. Down she goes. I guess if you can get the other one, maybe it's worth it. We have the villagers chasing the Hersier. And oh no, hasn't quite killed the Valkyrie. Those things were so much early on. Really want to get them out. Wow, this forest fire mishap was huge for Benny to lose all of that. which kind of gives the strength of, you know, the aggression again to GarMadjuda. I don't want to lose your raiding cavalry just like that. We'll send the lions up, kind of some free cheap units early on. Ooh, loses the Valkyrie. This guy's coming up. Ooh, gonna pick off a Villy. Lions just kind of distracting, tanking some town center fire. And we're getting a house or a wall up here. And at the end of the day, BenniWr, despite the early good response to the aggression, that forest fire really messed him up. Down 2 villagers, down a lot of military. And now GarMadjuda kind of has control of the game here, where he could almost just end this now. Because he has the military advantage. Like, if he sends everything forward here, he could maybe just end it. Imagine if he had his 2 Valks that he lost earlier. Got this side of the map walled off. Got some nice walls over here. This isn't walled though. Actually have a slightly similar unknown map as last game. Yeah, we've got a lot of raiding cavalry. They have the upgrade to make them run faster. BenniWr is about to take a... Yeah, just... Oh, see, I would fight that if I were GarMadjuda. It's going to be hard to catch up in military numbers. Yeah, kind of just stuffed in his base. Rajuda's got them all stuck in there, I guess, sandwich. Just walling off the whole map. Gonna run back here on the edge of this little water line. Wants to come up top. He's gonna miss the villagers that are right there. Oh, now he sees them. Never mind. He just barely... Oh, Benny does not notice. Oh, 1 villager, 2, 3, 4. 4 vills down. And just 1 raiding cavalry. And yep, we'll fight his way back out. And nice little picks there. We've got the lions coming in through this wall that's not finished. Are they going to get a kill? No. We've got a very slow attack animation. And what do you do with these vills? 27 to 32. We've got a Valkyrie back. GarMadjuda has no Valks on the field right now. It is working at just walling and just being a jerk. And walling in completely. Benny's wanting to wall off this corner of the map because that's where his next goal is. But yeah, he can't take that fight. He really needs to get the herdmen over there. But he's got to protect this because of how open the berries are. Sees the wall going up and is thinking he's stuck. Stuck in his base. Looks like he's going for a counter. I do like this because he's got enough herdmen here that he can go on the aggression. He saw some villagers down there. He just needs to be smart and not lose his units here at the front. Did GarMadjuda though notice them coming? Oh, we didn't. So we are gonna lose. We're gonna get a response back of 5 villagers dead. So this is really well done by Benny. It's gutsy to do this. Because one thing he has to worry about is what if he gets trapped on the way out by all of these raiding cavalry. It looks like he's probably going to go over and check the gold mines now. Carmen knows he's coming. Hasn't reacted. Okay, he's moving them now. Is he moving them soon enough? Oh, they're running right. Oh, just passing. No! Oh, man. Did not notice. That's a little disappointing. He will actually get out safely. So that's good. But he needs to punch a hole through the wall somewhere to get back home. Where did they go? Alright, all the way up here. So nice to get those vills, because that does create an equal vill count. Could have picked off even more if you would have noticed. They're just passing. Got this annoying lion over here. Aging up with Nord. And he's through the wall. Got the Ursiers here trying to kind of do stuff. Got an armory. GarMadjuda's coming. You needed to put a wall here. Oh wow, they all get through there. Boy, though, you could. Where's the infantry? There they are. Trees over here. Yep. Be annoying. Can they get through? That doesn't quite open up an entry for. We're the infantry again. We could get on these. He's just taking a few bad losses here. We have the herdmen versus the trees. I don't really know who wins that fight, but this actually isn't a bad fight for Benny. I mean, look at the choke point he's got here. All these raiding cavalry can't attack. And we do have a hearse here to take care of this. So Benny's defended pretty decently from this. Where Garma's kind of lost his bit of his advantage, but still has an advantage here. You got heavy raiding cavalry and just herdmen, and you've got a mountain giant wading through. And again, half of your army's caught out here, and he's going to lose one half of his army before the herdmen come over. And now here come the herdmen, and the mountain giant man can just tank everything from the herdmen. And now there's just too many units, I think, for GarMadjuda. Too many myth units, too, who are tanking so much damage from the herdmen. Yeah, just never quite got that wall up. But the herdmen still doing decent, but it's the myth units are carrying in just the sheer numbers here for Garma. And would have probably been a slightly different fight if the first half of the army didn't get picked off right away. And that's going to be it. GG. So first win goes to GarMadjuda, where Benny had the forest fire kind of put him behind early. Yeah, Odin does seem pretty strong. I thought Benny might be able to defend, but this is the first half of the fight. He loses this many units without really killing much of anything. And then just the herdmen get caught up on all the myth units and aren't attacking the heavy raiding cavalry, and GarMadjuda takes first blood here. I guess I would, if I had a preference here, I lost to GarMadjuda during the group stage, so at least it would, if GarMadjuda wins, I can be like, hey, look, see, that makes me feel a little better about myself. Game number 2. Now there may or may not be actually 5 games. I just always get the max number. So now we are moving on to more Norse. Both these players play a lot of Norse. GarMadjuda is pretty much all Norse with maybe a few other things split up. We kill all the deer right away. I don't know why you would kill all of them initially. And BenniWr is on the right. What map is this? This is Elysium. So this would have been Benny's home map. He's now Odin versus Freyr. So we have Freyr, who is historically a bit more of a defensive Norse, is going forward. And Benny again is kind of predicting this. Do we have forest fire? Yep. Ooh, the Herseer. Not the side of the building, the Herseer. Boy, if GarMadjuda can kill this temple, that's gonna put quite a hurtin'. Yeah, wow. That's a high value forest fire there. Get some idle time, kill a Herseer, kill the temple. So that now we only have just the one military production building. Like we can see how many units that Benny's got stacked up. Well, normally, Lion of Darcher, it doesn't, forest fire doesn't full kill the temple. It's just with all the other units attacking it that it died there. So people have kind of gotten a little complacent with it. I think too, most of the time is towards the upper end of the rating ladder. Most of the Norse players, didn't want to lose all of his units. So we have a response there from Benny to try to not lose his units and gets a few units back. But most of your Norse players are just randomly using it on like just a wood line. So players have kind of gotten just expect that, I suppose. So that sometimes when you put it on like a wood line where there's a couple buildings, you don't expect that. Because as compared to Legacy, Forest Fire doesn't do quite as much damage to a building. The Legacy did have like a damage cap on it. There's no damage cap here, it just does less damage. And we've got a long house, a couple of great halls. The question is, can he, being Garma, really afford all of this? And this wall not quite up in time. Gets that second Valkyrie out pretty early. Gets Thundering Hooves out pretty early. The 75 food is kind of a laughable amount of resources needed. It's more of just a favor. But 75 food is strangely a very little cost. It's kind of interesting how cheap it is. Yeah, this is a big upgrade to get earlier, because then you can run away from enemy raiding cavalry. And we have this wall coming up. We got a lot of herdmen though, so I would not go in there if I were GarMadjuda. This is quite the the walled off base here. It's kind of cool. Got the houses and the buildings all kind of part of this wall. So kind of a fun little wall here. So we have a couple of pigs still back here. See, now GarMadjuda doesn't really have any place to hit. Just a few lone buildings up here to take out. I'd like to see him take the sentry tower out just for line of sight. And yeah, I like this. I like this very much, this counter attack or potential attempt at it while he knows where the rest of the units are. Just got to watch out he doesn't get caught out, which he does not. Even villagers. GarMadjuda with Freyr with the cheaper techs. Well, I guess that's why it's cheaper. I forgot. I forgot that he was Freyr, so that makes it 75 food. No armory upgrades though. They're coming. Yeah, once the hunt runs out, the berries and the chicken here will be a little bit more valuable. I don't think Benny really cares a whole lot about this. He's got the herdmen in defense here. And just clearing off these buildings. GarMadjuda, he doesn't have a ton of resources. Kind of needs to get some throwing axemen going. It's strange how long these techs take as Freyr. Just seems like they take forever. How much gold is left? None. Ooh, yeah, he wants to come up here. But Garma can't quite fight it. There's just too many. 15 herdmen. Garma probably respawns by circling down here and trying to come in up the back. But by the time he gets here, this hunt will be done. And now BenniWr can move over here and defend his hunt and his gold with just his slower army, so that this mobility isn't giving GarMadjuda much of an advantage. Because this is all gone, doesn't care about this. So now the villagers will all be up here, up on this wood line, on the or not the wood line, up on the hunt, the chickens, the berries. You kill a few houses, I guess you can do a little bit of damage, but nope, I'm just gonna leave that one there. Oh, he noticed the raid and he's a little scared of it. Benny could maybe come forward and fight with the herdmen. Must be careful not to get caught out here, though. These herdmen, even though there's not many, they'll do some damage here. Yeah, Garma can't fight that. I wish in recorded games the gates would always open. Yeah, just going all in on the raiding cavalry. GarMadjuda can't fight the herdmen. I like this little loop around with these units, but there is just a wall that Benny can retreat through if he wants. But nice little split here. Oh, there's enough herdmen. You don't want to get caught there. Gets a couple vill picks, but has to be careful with his units. Get him out. But where did all of Benny's army go? Oh, it's right here. It's a lot of herdmen. Valk coming in with the Hersier. I don't know if Garma really wants to take this fight into all the herdmen. And now he's getting units caught. And just a little heavy on the raiding cavalry and no throwing axemen. Has to retreat through the wall, but then Benny also retreats through the wall. So both players kind of doing the same thing at the same time, but GarMadjuda is just... He's got all these raiding cavalry queued up, but they aren't the unit he needs anymore. Uh-oh. That dwarf should tell him that they're here. He's got to come down and try to defend. Benny didn't think that the villagers would be hiding further north. Wonder if he knows and is just pretending like he doesn't. We still do have Goal and Bursty. Not a bad little fight here. There's not very many herdmen. Killing the Hersier as well. Nice little catch here from GarMadjuda on that army. But oh wow, we are all in on this attack here for Benny. There's just so many herdmen. Oh wow, they are doing so much damage to the raiding cavalry. Do we have any villagers down? Oh, we do. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Do you defend or do you fight? Like, where do you attack? He's trying to save the villagers. But it's too late. He does have 4 Valks here. Like, retreat? Yeah, just fight with the Valks. No, don't fight with the raiding cavalry. I think you can just fight Valks on... Oh, he should not have fought that. I would have kept the Valks on the herdmen and then ran all the medium raiding cavalry down here. Or kept the Valks in defense and sent the raiding cavalry forward. Because you know he's gathering here. Also gathering here as well. But yeah, we've got a full pop army right now for Benny. I gotta think that GarMadjuda's kill-death ratio is pretty rough. You're gonna get caught out here. Well, no. Units kind of missed their pathing. Might get the Valkyrie. She's only got 7 health. Oh, she's gonna get away. What kind of nonsense is that? Got the herdman raid on the town center. Holy smokes, how many Valkyries do we have? Can the Valks carry? We've got, what, 6 Valkyries here? For GarMadjuda? 7! So it needs to heal them up. Uh-oh! His villagers up there have just been spotted. He's trying to get the gold villagers there. Just trying to be all aggressive. Sees him. We'll run the Valks back because he's worried about his town center here. Benny has advanced via Scotti as well. And there's not very many troops here to defend. We have a Frost on the raiding cavalry. And we've got just the Valks back to defend, and GG. The Odin has won both games. Well, I guess game 1 was an Odin mirror, so of course he was going to win. You know, GarMad really didn't play that bad. Just once all those herdmen came, he needed to get into a different military composition. Ends up being pretty similar, but lost all the villagers. Load replay, game number 3. Right, he wanted to keep raiding, ran out of targets to raid, and then his raiding cavalry kind of become pointless. All right, Benny has switched over. We don't have a Norse warrior this time. It's a Set versus Freyr on Savannah. This would have been Garma's home map. Cavalry plus 5% movement speed. You know who wants that, and that is going to be GarMadjuda. He loves his raiding cavalry just almost as much as I love my Hippocon, probably. So Set, huh? Alright, we've got the aggression again, like always. Who is our hero? Limited Scout is coming out. Doesn't die, though. It's kind of odd that these Serpents are not myth units. Good matchup for Set. Yeah, I don't really know anything about this matchup. I don't know who would be favored, who wouldn't be favored. We have a forest fire on this back wood line just to get through to the gold mine. Kind of wants to force out, you know, like towers and such. No, they're not. They are not myth units. It kind of looks like they are, but the units don't get bonus against them. Uh-oh, we're running through the heat again. They're just an animal. I wonder if they were like meant to be at some point a myth unit, because they have the myth unit aura on the icon. There's a lot of walling. Is he getting the relic? Oh, he got it. Cavalry is faster. Valks are hiding in the corner, healing them up. Well, one of the best classical age myth units is the Valkyrie. They are some tough ladies, these Valkyrie. I think you'll be on the chicken. You got the berries and under the town center resources. And Benny's happily being as passive as possible. Does he go forward with the Anibites and do like a raid at some point? No Thundering Hooves yet, almost in. We've got a bit of an impregnable base right now for Benny. Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing other people's just building placement style. Because, like, I would never set it up like this. just kind of cool how everybody kind of prefers different things. And yeah, he is very passive, and now he's got to deal with this forward wall. GarMadjuda is walling off here to get this gold mine. Wants probably to get on that hunt as well. Oh, nice little raid here. Is he gonna lose any vills? Yeah, lost 2. They almost all got in. Yeah, no aggression at all from Benny. He's all defensive. I don't think that's what you want to be against Frere. This wall isn't up yet, and the gold mine is out. He's searching for, there he goes. Ooh, this is very brave to come up here. Very brave. GarMadjuda loves to split up his dwarves as well, which is a good idea. He's hoping there's something up there to hit. There isn't. These walls. Walls buy GarMadjuda a lot of time on defense. Look out. Gonna catch a couple more vills. Get some nice picks on some spears. Oh! That laborer gets away with 1 hit point. 2, actually. Yeah, very passive. Very passive set. Oh, didn't attack. Oof. It's a brave spot to have as villagers. Will the pure raiding cavalry come back to hurt GarMadjuda again this game? They picked off that villager that was almost dead earlier. Get another villager, kill the priest. A few spearmen are caught out. Letting that priest live. I don't know why these villagers keep running up here to build these buildings like way away from the town center. These raiding cavalry come in. That doesn't lose that bill. Oh, lost that one. Never mind. You gotta be careful here. Yeah. Well done, well done. Yeah, Benny has not made one aggressive maneuver at all. This is a bold gold mine to be at. These spearmen are checking the food. They check that gold mine. He's actually just coming up here trying to trap the raiding cavalry, which he will. Get some decent hits. The raiding cavalry have to be really careful they don't lead the spears to the gold mine here. Okay, get on that gold mine. Oh, nice job not leading them. Oh, I think the spears are coming down in time. We'll lose a few individual spears, and the pharaoh will go down as well. Yeah, these spears are just doing a little bit too much time just chasing all of these raiding cavalry, but all it's going to take is maybe one big trap for Benny, and then all the cavalry just die. Benny's behind 12 villagers now. Nice little race, despite how defensive Benny is. GarMadjuda is getting some good raids. Boy, I'd like to finish this wall off. Yeah, that's an important wall to get rid of too. GarMadjuda big on big on walling the map off. What queue change do you hate? Oh, you mean for searching? I don't mind the time change. It just starts at too wide a rating gap. Lots of damage being taken here. But like before, even if you had players next to your rating, you wouldn't ever like find a game within like 20 seconds. It was always longer than that. Now you can find a game instantly. The problem just is they widen the gap too far, and you can match instantly with like somebody 150 points away. How much more are they than you? Oh, he's finally trying to get some aggression in, but it's a little too late because now there's barrage. Where is the gold mine? Ooh, that's a lot of idle villagers. That gold mine. These raiding cavalry keep picking off individual units over and over and over again. Now they gotta run. 1500. Yeah, you just shouldn't match with them until you increase a couple times. I love this like box formation he's got going on here. Keeps wanting to get this wall up, but it's not quite working. GarMadjuda is in a good spot here. Looking for the villagers. Garma is dangerously close to getting his entire raiding cavalry army trapped. Oh, he needs to move his spearmen up here. Okay, there is whatever it is. Tempest. Will it be enough though? No, no. That's huge. Wow. All the army gone just like that. And now you have Tempest used up too, which doesn't get any value because the almost dead units can just be healed up if Benny wants to. And wow, that was disastrous for Garma. Garma should come up here and finish these units as well. He can surround them. It would be nice to get just a pharaoh or two here. He really doesn't want GarMadjuda to get away. Oh, they're gonna get away. He should have done maybe a little better job trapping in on the back end. Now we've got full. Look at all these hearse here for GarMadjuda. What is this relic from? Or tech? It must be from Aegir. Wow. Hearse here are faster and do 20% more damage. That's a good tech. But yeah, throwing axeman he is allergic to the throwing axeman. He is now going pure Hersier. Does Benny counter with some with axeman of his own? Oh, this wall isn't finished. Again, losing a few units. Despite that huge loss here, GarMadjuda has done a really good job of like picking off individual units that are in the wrong spot. Done a really nice job. Here they come forward again. We've got a rock giant. We've got the spearman coming for a huge raid, but on the back end, gotta watch out here. Pure spearmen. A lot of them are partially injured. Looks like they are getting overrun by this Hersier. The axemen are just a little slow in getting here. Here come all the rest of the spearmen. Yeah, if you could have had some axemen mixed in for that fight, maybe Benny would have been alright. But it looks like Benny's going to lose this game. And yeah, that's it. GarMadjuda, despite the huge throw with all of the raiding cavalry, takes game number 2 against a very defensive, passive set player. Yeah, this was not good for GarMadjuda. But then Benny didn't notice the change into pure Hersier, and so his spearman kind of he did not collect a single resource for like a minute and a half here. What are his villagers doing? I guess that was during barrage. There, they all underneath it in the town center. But yeah, fell way behind in villagers. It's a good raids for GarMadjuda. All right, we go on to game number 4. What does he change to now? Loki? Thor. On Marsh. So Benny's set again. Right, yeah, he went for a raid, but the wall there kind of prevented the raid from doing anything. Mr. Dudu's not a fan of the Norse. We've got again the early Hersier coming in. GarMadjuda likes to do that with every god, every Norse. But Benny, it's forest fire to get in. Just to cause some problems. We've got set. We've got these animals over here on the wrong side of the temple. Our pharaoh is Flame. Flame Jr. I haven't seen Flame in a while, other than Flame's on the screen. Well, Flame's doing well. I know I don't think he's a fan of Retold. Fill the house. Some idle time here. I think it's one of the strong points of Norse right now is how much favor they get from killing Hunt all over the map. Like, that's my difficulty with like playing against Odin, is that so many Valkyries show up so early. So GarMadjuda is on his 3rd Norse now. He's got wins with Odin and Freyr. No Loki. Goes to Thor as his 3rd. So, look, we got a 2nd Valk already. And again, if you don't full kill one, they get back to full health within the 30 seconds to a minute. And yes, Valks are... Yeah, I hate to be one of those kind of the best at kind of a thing, but Valks probably are the best classical age myth unit. Not that there aren't others that are good, but the Valk, it has to be. Has to be. The speed, the strength, the healing. They're so good. What does he see? Some house here. Yeah, Yahtzee were strong there for a patch, that's for sure. But not a ton of hit points. They would always seem like they could die pretty easily. The Valk just live forever, and then if you don't kill them all the way, they just heal back up, and then you're back to where they started. Similar game plan to last time. GarMadjuda is going forward, walling off gold. Got a couple priests here you can pick off. Ah, you missed him. If you would have noticed right away, you could have got both of them. But he's putting all these obelisks out so you can see when the raiding cavalry come. Nice little pathing here by GarMadjuda. I think he's going to come in and finish off the house. And then force some idle time here. Oh no, he's going to just kill the temple. I thought he'd maybe get the house and run in a little bit quicker. There's 150 gold that's gone. So temple runs off. He wanted to fight that, but didn't want to actually fight it. Spearman got Serpent Spear. Makes him do poison damage. Almost got Thundering Hooves in. We'd like to see a few defensive walls in with all these obelisks. Hero Regenerate. That's a nice relic. Especially for like a Greek player whose heroes don't regenerate, and if they get low hit points, you just basically hit delete. He's trying to find the units to get. We'll get a couple units here. Gets the priest. Now you gotta run out. Yeah, well, GarMadjuda is an all aggro kind of player. He's actually has a somewhat similar style to me, where it's one town center aggro every game. And facing off against that, certainly you don't want to be grabbing an early town center. Taking a bad fight with the raiding cavalry there. And unlike last game, GarMadjuda really hasn't gotten the damage that he needs here. Raiding cavalry. Get the Pierce armor upgrade. Double walls from GarMadjuda. Really wants to get some more myth units. Surprised he isn't killing more animals here. Got a few lone spearmen. Benny, I've noticed in these games, this is a common problem with Benny, is he kind of tends to lose individual units. Spearman coming forward for a big raid. However, GarMadjuda responds by going for his own big raid. Lose a few vills. This market is in a really awkward spot here. That was a you might have to delete it. Oh wow, they do slide through. That's pretty lucky. I guess this is the advantage of floating a lot of resources, is that when you get pushed off of gold, it's still like you haven't gotten pushed off of gold. You still spend it for a decent amount of time. But yeah, like Benny has a pretty significant military advantage, but just can't get the fight against the faster units. Find some villagers down here. Find some more over here. Is GarMadjuda reacting with his you'd think they're anti-spearmen cavalry. Picks off a few spearmen. See, I would not fight this if I were GarMadjuda. Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess I didn't realize there was that many Valks, so maybe it was worth it. 4 Valks, that's hard. A top level player would move the damaged raiding cavalry away before they died in that fight, and then just heal them all up afterwards. Yeah, I didn't realize. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes which ones are Valks. We do have the serpents come forward. I'd love to see a boat. I love the boats on this map and Watering Hole. Few villagers to hit. We are getting a temple. I love this like diamond pattern he has or uses. Hoping to catch some villagers hunting. Nope, send one. Yep, send one up. Got her. Man, this wall is saving. Ooh, it's not built. I don't know, dude. It takes a lot to disgust me. I mean, if Benny needs to do a little bit better job walling off, which is easier said than done when you're up against that. They don't lose though. It's the Valkyrie that carry the fights. I mean, Spearmen counter Cav better than they did in Legacy. Benny's issue is that he's just chasing infinitely. Like, there's just not quite enough walls for Benny to, like, hide behind so that he can go forward with his spearmen. Here comes some walls back here, finally.
Into you.
All the armory upgrades. All the armory upgrades. Ooh, this is a good fight here for Benny. No, maybe not. See, the problem here is just so many of your spears are attacking the Valks where they don't do much damage. But yeah, I don't know why Garma is taking this fight. Yeah, that's the key thing with the raid heavy gods is that you have to keep aggression. Because once, like, you know, your anti-cav come and just force a fight in defense, you really put in a pretty tough spot. But, oof. You just gotta be so good with your units, though. See, right now, these should run. There we go. Yeah, GarMadjuda is staying just... He loves his raiding cavalry. Loves them maybe just a little bit too much. Boy, I would just love to see a dock. It would make me so happy. Boy, that raiding cavalry disappeared. That raiding cavalry disappeared. This isn't a fight that Benny wants. From the raiding cavalry from the left. The reinforcements, that's nice. But there's just not enough. There's more spearmen here than it looks. He's aging up with Scotty. This is some nice gold mines. This game would actually be a lot easier for Benny if he had GarMadjuda's water. Because GarMadjuda has all of this protected minus a dock, whereas Benny's is pretty wide open, his side golds. These serpents are just kind of an area control. God power here. Ooh, it's dangerous just to let the raiding units go completely. Unless you know you have a spot to hit. Okay, uses ancestors defensively. Villagers running. Doesn't quite get them. These nice walls retreat through. Okay, there's just so hard for Benny to get damage here. Because GarMadjuda can hide behind walls upon walls. Surprised he doesn't have heavy walls. Or whatever the upgrade's called. We have Frost. Oh, he kind of missed. He missed the Frost and a lot of spearmen came through. This isn't a good fight for GarMadjuda here. Yeah, wow. Not super good. I think maybe he tried to avoid the villagers. Heavy spearmen, not doing quite so good against the Hersier. But yeah, I mean, GarMadjuda must have like removed the throwing axeman button from his game because he just never, ever makes them. Spearmen are about to all get caught though, and just killing a few villagers. 50 vills to 48. Full armies. Both are heroic. Benny's grabbing a second town center. If Benny can like wall off the map and get like heavy or the second wall upgrade, he'd be in a pretty solid spot. Would really like to see him wall this off. So if he can wall this off, he kind of controls this entire side of the map minus some dock shenanigans, which it doesn't seem like people like to build docks on maps like this. Your priests get massacred. Working at clearing out the obelisks. These obelisks are kind of like, back when I played League of Legends, kind of like the vision trinkets. You just place them out and just the vision is so valuable. Got 46 spearmen. That's a lot of spearmen. A raid that hoped to come, but nothing's over there anymore. Receiver will just wander on out. Hit points, more damage, and then do more damage. More hit points, more damage. Hersier kind of running through a dangerous location. It'd be nice to have barrage now, as opposed to earlier when it was, or frost, I mean, as opposed to earlier when it was used on the hunt. But man, these Valkyries and the raiding cavalry just keep getting so much value. Deletes all the buildings. I don't think that's going to help these poor souls down here. And that's a lot of villagers killed. A big fight down here with the Hersier getting caught out. And a nice fight here for Benny. But man, this game is close. It's, despite having 2 town centers, Benny is below in villager production. And just keeps getting value with these raiding cavalry. Mainly because these walls just haven't quite ever been finished. Uh-oh, they'd better punch through this wall quick. Yeah, just in time. Run through. There's 1,000 gold left in his base. I think that's enough. Ooh, this is a nice sandwich here by Benny. Oh, this is good to get these villagers running in. Though we've got the 4 Valks attacking the priest. And they will die very quickly. Now we are 2 Migdols and a town center. This is not a place to fight here for GarMadjuda. He's losing quite a few units. Ooh, I like the garrison micro, just didn't quite get the units on the way out. And is GarMadjuda going to find himself gold blocked here suddenly? He's kind of been running the map for so long, but now, all of a sudden, he's getting run off the middle of the map. I don't know if the raiding cavalry Hersier is quite the combination to have. Just pickaxe. I don't know where GarMadjuda gets gold now. He's at half the military and has 700 in the base. Now all of a sudden he's behind in villagers. Raiding, just a line of dead raiding cavalry there. And yeah, just a little too too heavy on the raiding cavalry forever and ever, and now he's suddenly kind of a surprising, just very quick turn of events here in this game, where Benny was kind of getting run around the map all game, and then suddenly just goes forward and wins. I want to look at the economy. Hey, Garma way ahead in economy. But just too heavy on the raiding cavalry, and then the Hersier also weren't quite it as well. In the end, Benny does end up with a better kill-death ratio and kills more villagers, which didn't seem like that would be true. But he did kill quite a bit there at the end, and we go to get our score updated. Game 5. 2 game 5s. First 2 series. Game 5. Game 5. Yeah, no throwing axemen. So there are actually 5 games in this series. All right, we move on to a GarMadjuda map. Is this Elysium or that Nile Delta? No, Elysium. Thor versus Isis this time. Wonder how Isis fares into Thor. Like, surely this is just another very similar game to all the other games, where GarMadjuda is probably hoping he can get a little more damage in this game. Oh, hoping it's a more open map. He's getting his early Hersier out. He loves this early Hersier build. Ooh, cavalry more hit points. Infantry train faster. Those are some good relics to get. Especially that cavalry one for him. And Benny on the right. He's Egyptian. So he got his win with Set and Odin. GarMadjuda's got his wins with Freyr and Odin. And now we're working on either a Thor win or an Isis win. And it's... Oh, he's slow to get his wall up. This is not good. He is slow to wall up here. I have a lot of idle villager time. I mean, I guess you would still have forest fire, but now this means GarMadjuda can save forest fire for later, and this is a little bit disaster. If I were... Ooh, he's really hoping this doesn't get found. Losing some village. This is a terrible start for Benny here. Terrible start. 1, 2, 3 vills. I think he misclicked and built a market instead of garrisoning. Oh, this is a terrible start. Just age up too slow. I think when you're fighting a player like Benny and you know he goes forward with these units every game, you gotta age up as fast as you can on the other side. Boy, he's really lucky that he didn't... That GarMadjuda didn't come up here and check this gold mine. Super lucky. But Benny's got a huge hill to climb. Losing 3 villagers before 5 minutes. That's tough. And now these Hersier are coming forward over here. The Valk's going to find this gold gathering. But Benny can hold this. So does GarMadjuda have... Yeah, you're getting the snakes out as well. Really didn't even need to use the snakes there yet. Yeah, that'll finish that off. Don't want to lose that Valk. Ooh, it's a little bit of a mismanagement there of that Valkyrie. And yeah, Benny's just probably really regretting those villagers that tried to build a market instead of garrisoning in the tower. That was a bit unfortunate for him. I'm not a fan of where the snakes got placed here. They didn't need to get used anyway. I think he's gonna maybe rather that they have been used on that side of them. Spearman gotta watch out. There's a lot of units. Get him back in. Gotta help defend. You don't want to lose another Vill. Whoa! Gets away. The Pharaoh's name. Soup. Best Norse. Maybe that was true in Legacy. I don't know if it's... I don't even know. Does Soup... I haven't seen him play in a while. Has he been playing? Surely he's getting ready for Boyd's tournament that's coming up, right? Maybe? Is he still playing Norse? I just haven't seen Soup play. So when I'm on night shift now. When I'm on night shift working, I don't catch any of the daytime streams. So like it'll be times where I just don't see any of like your European players at all playing or streaming to really kind of keep up with what they're doing. Benny's all in on this forward gold mine. It's kind of nice to be on that and keep the back one here. On the other hand, though, I'm not a fan of just these haphazard buildings he's just kind of got sitting around willy-nilly in his base. It's going to make it kind of tough to defend. Spears are kind of caught out here. Like it's just such an awkward base to try to defend. Ooh, getting some nice movement here actually with the spears. Get some damage in. Benny's in a little bit of a tough spot here though right now, where with his villagers up like this and needing to hunt, he's going to have 2 spots to defend. And he's going to have a hard time with his spearmen keeping up with the raiding cavalry. But he's got to move the spears. I mean, time's of the essence. You got to move them. Got to get him up here. The wall will buy time. But the spears were just a little... You got to be so on top of your units. Watch out for Soup Best Norse. There we go. Gets there just in time. Where are they going? Oh, wow. He was a little too worried about that pressure. In my head, I am sounding alarm bells for these priests here. But nope, you got lucky. The raiding cavalry tracked up here. I would have been really scared of the raiding cavalry popping out of the fog and jumping on these 5 priests. But instead, Benny is having to defend up top. I think with the spears and the snakes here, he's okay. Getting lots of line of sight here. I'm a big fan of signal fires. I really love that tech. Benny can consider going forward now with aggression.
Into you.
Because he's got a nice army. Oh, no, 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 no. This is... a little bit of spearman mismanagement. GarMadjuda does a pretty good job for the most part of just picking off units and not losing. He does probably need, we see he's got 8 raiding cavalry in the queue. He probably does need another one of those great halls. And we've got the raiding cavalry coming. This is a key part. Let's pause this game right now. This is a key part of the game. The spears are kind of out in no man's land now. They have to come forward and find something to attack. Like, you don't really want to send them back and defend. You want to hope you can defend with what you've got in your base. But in the meantime, these guys here have to find some villagers. Yeah, like right now, you split up a couple, send them down, move over this way. No, I don't think you move down with the whole troop. I don't think there's going to be villagers down here. But yeah, he's defended this nicely. Oh, is there going to be on the gold? Oh, there are. Will Benny notice? No, he did not. He thinks they're just here. Ooh, that could be so important. These dwarves have snuck to the bottom of the map. You need to check. At least pop your head in on the gold mine and check how much gold is there. You need to do that. He's about to get... He needs to run these guys. Okay, he's got his other units here. Because if Benny plays this part of the game right, he can win now. Because he's finally stabilized at home. He's just behind in vills so much, he needs to find vills to attack. This is such a risky spot for those vills. But yeah, this is not the play here. Coming into the base, he needs to get any forward vills. And here we go. Here we go. Here's a good first raid here. We have flaming weapons though, which is scary because you get caught forward. You risk losing these priests again. Just losing so many priests just being on a position. There's just no reason for them to be there. No reason at all. Got a battle boar there. Chasing, chasing, chasing. Got some dwarves up here that are open for attack. He knows the raiding cavalry are in here somewhere. These spears are slowly getting picked out. Just turn and fight, right? Like, you're just losing all your HP running. Ooh, what are they gonna find? This is another pretty brave dive. Because how does he get out? Like, there is the potential that this could be very bad. He needs to block this. Oh, the forest fire is going to save the day, isn't it? That was going to be a huge catch there. Wow. See, that's where not walling this off early really hurt, because then now he can forest fire out. Now, you got to be careful here that you aren't walking on the It's too risky to fight here for Benny. He's gonna force flaming weapons this, yeah. And I think he's gonna lose pretty much all of his army. I mean, the spearmen actually are cleaning up pretty good. Okay, not bad, not bad. So finishes all these units up. Nice, nice, nicely done for Benny. Your Norse hating players rejoice. The problem is, yeah, this isn't a bad fight. There's just so few Hersier here. But the problem that we have for Benny is he is hard to... Well, maybe this wasn't a good fight to take. I would have taken it and thought it would have gone very well for me as Benny, but... Oh, he doesn't have... That hack armor upgrade is very important to get. But anyway, I keep getting interrupted. The problem that Benny's at right now is he's kind of hard stuck in classical age. Because he's kind of gathered all of the close hunt and stuff. And now he's having to get really... This is too... Gotta fall back and heal. Making a few... I like all this work here on this one run priest. Idols here. The worry is for Benny is he's out of his comfort zone now in his base. And he's running the risk of getting caught out now, like the villagers hunting like these. These are dangerous spot to be in. So Benny does realize, though, that he doesn't have the mobility anymore to be in two different food areas. Like, he could have gone to these berries and been up here. But he realized he couldn't protect both sides. He has such a good military advantage. These villas are still here too. The dwarves behind enemy lines. Just barely not noticed. A few walls would go a long way. Like, just wall this. Don't chase. Why are you chasing this? He's doing this on purpose to get you away from your food. There's no reason to be chasing with all these. Ooh, this is... They aren't... Yeah, you gotta come up fast. Yeah, he's a little too scared, though. There's just not any raiding cavalry here. They aren't even heavy. So, like, even though Benny's an age down, he's not really behind. He just needs to find a fight. He's got a huge army. But he needs to not get split up. Like, these guys should not be down here. He's really in a risky spot with them. Because they're probably gonna get sandwiched by all of these units. And he can't defend. So, like, he's basically having his army by splitting them. That's a huge mistake, because he's gonna lose all his heroes. Yeah, they should not have gone down there. You're basically just against a high mobility composition like that. You just can't do that because you just get that probably lost it for Benny there. Because if he could have stayed where he was at, without having to retrain 50 population of military, he probably would be able to be aging up here soon-ish. But that was a huge stumble. And he's doing it again. He's sending all of his new reinforcements here, and he's going to need everything up here. This is the game right here. And he needs everything up here. He's just fighting with half of his army again, while these guys are all down here. Like, yeah, he doesn't quite have the troops, I don't think. I think GarMadjuda is going to push through here. Maybe? It's close. These spearmen just, with Serpent Spear, do so much damage over time, but... Oh, he just forgot about these units. That's a ton of units dead. Oh, he finally found these guys up here. Way ahead in military numbers again, but yeah, that catch down here twice was so big for GarMadjuda. Just kill this thing. It's just path blocking you like crazy. Because he lost like 6 or 7 priests there and like 15 spearmen. This is the longest I've seen like an ISIS player be stuck in Age 2. I think too that GarMadjuda has a scary mass of Valkyries coming. These raiding cavalry are really low health actually, and are dying very fast. But don't lose all your Anubites there. They kind of jumped into their death. How many Valks do we have? 6. Do we have the numbers to fight this off? I think we do. All this, yeah, that's. Oh no! Oh, you did. You could have trapped him. You lost the trap. I don't know who's trapped who here, though. I don't know if there's enough priests. There's just so many. There's so many raiding cavalry, and there's not enough priests. There's only 2 priests, and we've got 6, 7 Valks here, maybe. Yeah. This is the big last fight. Poor BenniWr. He got himself to a spot where he could have won this game. And he got just a little too greedy splitting his army up, and now the mass numbers of heavy raiding cavalry with the relic. And the first line of upgrades. I want to see if he ever... Ooh. One of the cheapest and most important upgrades is not here, which is the copper mail. Get that armor. This was a fun game, though. I enjoyed this game. Benny just made it a little too hard on himself here. But he had an avenue to win this game there in the middle portion of the game when he finally stabilized and had twice the army number of GarMadjuda. But then he split his army up. He needed just to stabilize, get heroic age, get heavy spearmen. Instead, he split his military up and lost half of his army here and then couldn't defend the food at the top. And got stuck forever and ever in the classical age. Yeah, this is the fight here. where he lost like 8 or 9 priests and lost all of that. Yeah, no, he could have gone forward with one whole group. That was fine. Like what he should have done at that point where he had all of a sudden had kind of got stabilized to the point where he had the map is clear this part of the map because this was the important part because it had all the food. Make sure he had this controlled, get his walls up here to give him time to react, and then just kind of sit his army in this part of the map until he got heroic age. Instead, he just got a little too greedy. I think he thought he was able to go forward like that because he was at full pop for military, but not so. And GarMadjuda with the mobile army made him pay. That was a fun one though. That was just the kill loss ratio, just losing so many units over and over and over and over again. The villager kills are all at the end here. Um, Hard to come back from the early deaths here. The 3 vills killed right away was a big mistake. But yeah, fought his way back. He was not in a winning position, but it was even for a brief time here, despite the huge resource disadvantage. It was close right in this time frame. But man, what a game. That was a fun series. Fun series to watch. Fought through flaming weapons right here. Made it work. Had the advantage. I mean, 40 military up. And then took a few bad fights just back to back. And then that was kind of the snowball. It was this one. Just needed to stabilize. But anyway, nice game, nice series. I must go. Glad to get this game watched. And we get the win to GarMadjuda in the end. So thanks all for watching. And I will catch you all later. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another series. Maybe not 2, but maybe 1 more series. So thanks for watching. Have a good day, everybody. I will catch you all.